So in this session we'll see about an overview about antibody. So antibody. So antibody, they are actually glycoproteins. They are glycoproteins. Glycoproteins means that they have a glyco means carbohydrate. So they have a protein component attached to the carbohydrate part. Protein part attached to carbohydrate part. That is antibody. And this antibody actually, I'll refer antibody as AB. It combines with antigen AG at the epitope of this AG. We have already seen what is an epitope. The region where the antibody binds to an antigen is known as the epitope. And once this antibody gets bound to this antigen, it becomes ineffective, or the antigen is neutralized. So antibody helps in the neutralization of this antigen. Neutralization of antigen. So what do you mean by neutralization? It's not just killing. I'll show you what do you mean by neutralization. So I'll draw the antigen. This is the antigen or bacteria or something. And this antigen, it is having a receptor. It is through which receptor this antigen binds with the cell. So here is a cell. So this is a cell and this is the antigen. So it is through this receptor that is this antigen gets bound to the cell. So what happens is that this antibody, what will they do is that it goes and attaches to this receptor. So this is the antibody. It attaches to the receptor in the antigen. And now antigen cannot go and bind to the cell. So this is the way by which this antigen is made ineffective, or the antigen is neutralized. So that is about the neutralization thing in antibody. Then another thing what they does is that they will opsonize. They will opsonize the antibody. Sorry, antigen. This antibody will opsonize. Opsonization. Opsonization means just labeling. Labeling this antigen. Labeling the antigen for further attack by other WBCs such as phagocytes, etc. So this antibody will label the antigen and other WBC will kill this antigen. And of course antibody, you can see two different types of antibodies. One is membrane bound. Membrane bound antibody, and another one is free or secreted one. Secreted or soluble antibody. And this membrane bound antibody means you can see this antibody on the surface of the B cell. So this is our B cell, and you can see this antibody on the surface of this B cell. This is the antibody on the surface of the B cell, which is bound to a membrane. So that type of antibody is known as membrane bound antibody. Whereas another type of antibody, that is the free antibody or secreted one, it is the one which is secreted by mature plasma cells. So the mature plasma cells, so these are the mature plasma cells, plasma B cells. Plasma B cells, they actually secretes antibody to the body fluid. So these are the antibodies secreted by mature plasma cells. And these antibodies are known as secreted antibodies or free antibodies. So these are the basically two types of antibodies, membrane bound and secreted. So this is an overview about antibody, the glycoprotein that helps in the defense of our body against antigens. Okay, thank you.